Hey, welcome back everyone. It is now May 7th of 2021, and ever since the very end of The Rise of Skywalker as a movie, and even The Mandalorian Season 2's finale, a lot of fans have been very curious about the future of Star Wars and exactly where it's going, by both Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel for future Star Wars content. Now, one thing that really does stand out the most when it comes to the new roadmap of the franchise is, of course, not just the Kenobi TV series, but also the Ahsoka Tano TV series that's going to feature actress Rosario Dawson, and of course, Grand Admiral Thrawn as a character, as well as Mena Massoud as, of course, Ezra Bridger. So, both Kenobi and Ahsoka have a lot of things going for themselves when it comes to those TV shows. I think that obviously Disney really wants to explore everything that has to do with the Force, the Jedi, dark side users, such as with the Acolyte TV series, which, by the way, I still feel that that's going to be a big failure. But I digress. What's really interesting all has to do with what's been happening with Lucasfilm's Kathleen Kennedy. Now, obviously, she's working very hard on, of course, the Acolyte TV show. She's been doing pretty much everything that she can to get this released on time. Their major plan is to begin filming by mid-summer. So figure the middle of July to the end of July. Get it done by early next year and get it released by late 2022. That's what they want to do for Star Wars The Acolyte. I highly doubt that's going to happen. I don't believe that we're going to see this next year. It's looking more and more likely to be early 2023, or maybe even later in 2023 for all we know. There's been a lot of firings and setbacks and rewrites and tons of different things that have gone on. However, with Disney and Lucasfilm now filming the Andor TV series and getting ready to begin filming the Ahsoka series sometime in the near future, I'm sure that you guys saw the Andor set leaks, very interesting stuff. It's described that creators Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni are also hard at work on the Mandalorian series, specifically Season 3 and 4, for the Star Wars fandom to witness. However, it's noted that many changes are being made behind the scenes over at Lucasfilm. It's described that in a recent interview, Lucasfilm's Kathleen Kennedy was questioned about the future of Star Wars, and even actress Gina Carano, who played Cara Dune. Now, Kathleen Kennedy went on to state that she and those at Lucasfilm feel that they made the right decision and call by letting go of Gina Carano, and that the social media posts were only making things more toxic for the company. Kathleen Kennedy went on to state that it was purely a professional decision and in no way personal, as many would like to conclude to very fast. Kennedy went on to state that she believes that she would have made the decision a long time ago, but it was a tough one in the making. When questioned about leaving Lucasfilm, in the near future, Kathleen Kennedy went on to state that she has many big plans for her future in the film industry, that she believes many of those in Hollywood are going to be very surprised of what she has planned in the not too distant future. When asked if this had anything to do with Star Wars, Kennedy replied that this is something that she would prefer to keep to herself in the meantime, while working on their major goal. This most likely alludes to Kennedy's new production company that's in the works. I don't know if you guys are very well aware, but Kathleen Kennedy is building her own production company to become a part of the film industry. That's going to borrow a lot of Lucasfilm employees, transfer them over there, and they can make their own creations beyond Star Wars. This is a definite sign and signal that Kathleen Kennedy sees her ship sinking. Her Kathleen Kennedy faction, if you will, her little section of employees that really do support her thoroughly, is just falling apart. It's not working. You know, we saw what has happened with the High Republic era, and just to be clear, if you guys like the High Republic, that's fine. You know, feel free to express your opinions below in the comments. I feel that nobody should really be afraid of what they like, and that's perfectly fine. Again, this is all just looking at what's been going on. The High Republic era is not well received. That's a fact. I mean, it's not just a small group of people that are deliberately trying to kind of pour a lot of hate on that side of Star Wars. It's not that. It's because it's very inauthentic. It does not attach itself to the philosophy of George Lucas. It's intentionally done to be done in a way, created in such a way, to be like that. And that's why a lot of fans are against it. It is indeed the residual projects of Kathleen Kennedy before she lost her creative power back in early 2020. Let's roll back to Gina Carano. It's a very interesting thing. Now, Kathleen Kennedy, according to her, it was never a personal decision, it was purely professional. That it was really nothing against Gina personally. Take it for what it is. I don't really know if I could believe that. I mean, I feel that a lot of employees were always out to get Gina Carano, and that pretty much was what Gina said in that Ben Shapiro interview. She herself even said that it's like that she was being hunted constantly. They were trying to get her fired, trying to find a reason, a valid reason that could get her kicked out from the company. You know, it's funny because when you see other employees a part of Lucasfilm, like Freddy Prince Jr., of what he recently did on Twitter, it just makes you wonder, why didn't he get fired for that? I know it was far different, but that's antagonizing Star Wars fans and people who support a product that Lucasfilm is developing. And to have Freddy Prince Jr. act in such a way, it's very unprofessional, it's very ugly, and it just doesn't make them look good as a company when you're representing them, right? So, obviously, there is a hypocrisy over at Lucasfilm. There is a lot of different angles to the actual company. We have a lot of people that support John, George, and Dave and their philosophy of Star Wars. Meanwhile, you got other people out there that only support Kathleen Kennedy, and there's a lot of them. A lot of them are more like younger guys and girls that work for the company. They're more of the younger generation that support Kathleen Kennedy. You know, we still got some older employees there, thankfully, that really do support what Jon Favreau's doing, what Dave Filoni's doing. By the way, The Bad Batch, Episode 1 and 2, it really is kickstarting this series to becoming something else. It really is capturing. It's great. I do suggest that you guys go ahead and check it out. It's a great addition to Star Wars. So, everything related to Kathleen Kennedy right now, alright? We do know that John and Dave on May 27th are going to have a major meeting with the higher-ups over at Disney. We talked about this just yesterday, and it's going to be a big deal because this is going to be pretty much their Hail Mary to get Gina Carano back, to get her rehired, and to bring her back onto either Season 3 and/or 4 of The Mandalorian. And that's going to be a big deal. You know, whether or not they can pull that off, that all depends on exactly how well they're able to convince the majority of the board members. There's a lot of board members that want Gina back, keep in mind. And there's also a lot of board members that don't want her back. But there's also some that once did not support Kathleen Kennedy, or should I say ones that did support Kathleen Kennedy that now do not. And that's a very interesting turn of events here when it comes to Star Wars. And that was all because of Jon Favreau really giving them a different perspective on the entire situation, and how what Gina wrote on Twitter was really purely just an analogy at that. She really didn't do anything purely wrong at all. And if you guys think that she did something wrong, hey, you know, that's your opinion. Again, that's fine. Everybody is entitled to their opinion and what they believe, you know, something is to be. That's fine. So, like I've said before in the comments, you know, I think that obviously John and Dave are determined. Let me know what you guys think about all of this below, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.